this video I'm going to be using the Create mod for the first time, and this whole plains biome is soon going to be covered in loads of cool factories, but I think I'm going to start over on this side and make like a wheat and like cow farm. So I just need to like flat out the land now. So I've just about finished flattening out the land, and I think it's good if I start by just making a wheat farm. I'm adding a piston here and then putting these like piston extension poles on it, because this should make it so that it can destroy all of the wheat at once rather than needing like 8 different pistons for all of the pieces of wheat. And I think that these chassis are supposed to like connect kind of like slime, but they only work in one direction. And the harvester is how I'm supposed to break the wheat and replant it again without having to do it manually, with the chest to also get the drops. And there's this creative motor which kind of just like powers it forever, and you don't need to like use a specific power source. And it took me a while to understand, but there's this thing that supposedly is supposed to power the piston, make it go forward and backwards, but I'm not sure what's wrong with that. So I saw that I need to change this to piston rather than turn, and then hopefully that will make the piston go forward instead of like staying still. Not really sure what's wrong with it. Oh, it's going forward. Oh, that seems to be kind of working. I just need to fix a few things. So I've managed to fix it by just like fiddling around. I'm not really sure what's wrong with it, so oh no, it is coming back. It's just destroyed some of the wheat, so you know, another problem for me to fix. So turns out I just needed to change it into a different mode and then it should be working now. Yeah, as you can see, everything's running pretty smoothly. Nothing is getting destroyed. It's all going forward and backwards just as it's supposed to, and it's replanted all the seeds. So you know, big success, and the wheat and the seeds has gone back into the chest. The funnels are kind of like hoppers, but you can like sort it automatically. So hopefully the wheat should come out on one side and the seeds will come out on the other side, and like I won't need to sort it. So yeah, they're both on different sides. That's really good. And I'm just going to put lava down here because I don't really need any seeds. Like the wheat is kind of what we need so that we can breed the cows, but it gets planted automatically, so we don't need any of the seeds to replant the wheat. I'm just adding some conveyor belts so that we can transport the wheat towards where the cows will be, because I want them to be on display like rather than underground where the wheat is. And I kind of want to make this build look nice. I know it looks quite ugly now, but I hope that once I bring the wheat up, we can just test it out now, and then it will all work smoothly and we can bring it in some cool way with loads of contraptions to the cows and then breed them, and then it will just be like a cool looking factory. I'm adding a timer now so that I don't have to activate the farm every few minutes once the wheat is grown, and hopefully all of them will be grown, but if they're not, like I'll still have enough wheat to breed all the cows, because you know, I only really need 2 bits of wheat per cow, but it'll be nice to have more. So I've just trying to make that 5 minutes, and hopefully if I just connect it up, it should work. Though I'm not really sure what's going on now. I think I've managed to fix it. Yeah, okay, so that powered that, and then hopefully in another 5 minutes it will come back and then it will harvest the wheat again. So I finished the contraption now, and this is where the wheat will come out. And I'm just trying to figure out what to do to make it look less floaty ugly, because it just doesn't look very supportive as it floats on top of the blocks, and I'm not really sure how to fix that, but I want it to look nice, and I've kind of decided to go for this brick and like cyan kind of theme, though I'm not really sure how well that's gonna work. Now I'm just using this weighted ejector to like fling the wheat from this conveyor belt to the other one, because I do think it looks quite funny to see it fly up, so Oh, I really thought that would work. I'm not really sure what I did wrong. I think that I might need to add like, a motor to everything because neither of them have any motors. So hopefully, once I've added all these motors, it should just fly up onto the other conveyor belt when it's where it's taken towards the front, where we can collect all the wheat, and then use it for our various purposes. So it's just falling off this other one because I think it's going in the wrong direction. So just need to quickly change that, and then hopefully once it goes down, it will hit the thing and then fly up onto that one. It's now just going along, and we can harvest even more wheat. This wall looks very plain right now, so I'm adding just a little bit of decoration with this Viridian brick stairs, and I think they look pretty cool. So I'm also going to mix it with a bit of warped fences because they're kind of like the same colour. Though I'm not really sure I'm too much of a fan of this because it kind of looks like the outside and this is supposed to be the inside of a factory. So I might have to change that a little bit, but I do like the colour palette. I think it goes quite well with the glass. I've decided to do the opposite of that, still with the Viridian and the warp stem though. And I think it just looks pretty cool. So I'm now just adding a little bit of texture to everything because I think this will make it look a lot nicer and more detailed than it was before because it was kind of looking a bit plain and I want it to look nice. So I've finished decorating it now and I've added this cool display on the front to say wheat just in case I couldn't see that it was actually wheat, and I think it looks really cool. And there's this weird block that keeps on coming out and I don't know how to fix it, so I'm just going to keep it because it's pushed by the harvester. And I don't think it's too bad. Like, I think it could be a bit worse, but I think it's quite funny how it does that. And I have looked inside and tried to fix it, but I'm like not really sure that there's anything I can do. I don't want to have to move everything to the side because I think that's what I would have to do if I wanted to change it.